happen, there'll be more members of the minority. Because I'm assuming, for example, Senator Ping Lacson, who you ran with, will be with you. That's correct?
Mm.
Oh,
Yes.
and perhaps a few others, no?
Yes.
Oh, now, it's just the majority and the minority. Senator Risa Ontiveros is talking about an independent bloc. I've never heard of that, but let's talk about that. What happens with that majority, minority, independent bloc? Is there such a thing?
Independent bloc, macho bloc, whatever bloc you want to call it, it's a mere nomenclature.
Oh,
It's mere nomenclature. There's no such thing in the Senate. It's either you vote for the Senate President, therefore you are members of the majority. If you do not, then you are a member of the minority. There are only two sides in the Senate. It's the majority and the minority. Whatever political party you come from or whatever bloc you would want to call yourselves, you are members of the minority if you do not vote for the Senate President. Now, when you say a big number of minority, in the 13th Congress, we were 11 in the minority. 11 against 13 of the majority. That was the time of Senator Drilon. Senator Pimentel was Senate President. I was Majority Leader. They removed us. They got two of our colleagues to join them. We were the ones. Who had 13. We were the ones who had 13. That's why Senator Pimentel was Senate President. I was Majority Leader. And then Senator Noli De Castro and Senator Robert Jaworski joined the other group. So sila yung naging 13, kami naging 11. So in history of the Senate, it was the 13th Congress that had the most number of members in the minority, 11. And we stood all the way 11 until the end.
Now, Tito Sen, is it time for President Marcos Jr. to intervene? Because at the end of the day, his legislative agenda will be affected, right? So what he would need is a Senate that is for him. So is it time for him to intervene really between you and Senate President Chis Escudero?
No, I don't think so. I don't think the president should intervene. The president should never intervene in the Senate leadership. In my experience, again, from 1992 to the present, there were only two occasions where the Senate president wanted to inform the members of the Senate who his preference was. We never listened to the others. Never. The Senate was in 1992, 19th Congress. It was Neptali Gonzalez who was Senate President. He was LDP President. And we were LDP, kami pinakamarami nun. The President was Fidel Ramos from Lakas. In 1998, the Senate President era, that was the only time that President era expressed his desire, his wish that Senator Marcelo Fernandez be Senate President.
Okay.
We all wanted him to be Senate President anyway, so that was okay. And then in 2010, President Noy wanted a member of the LP to be a member of the Senate, but we did not agree. We elected Senator Juan Ponce Enrile as Senate President. And even from 1992 to 1998, although we had 4 changes of Senate presidents, never did the president or President Ramos dip his finger into it. So I don't think the president should intervene. The President Marcos now, Jr., should not intervene in the Senate leadership race.
No,
Never.
but a lot is at stake for President Marcos Jr. I mean, considering the history he has with his sister, what would Senate look like if the Senate President was his sister? That would affect the budget. That would affect his legislative agenda.
Well, it depends on the members of the Senate, not just the Senate President. The Senate President is not the Senate. That is one thing that we should infuse into the minds of the senators and the people. The Senate President is not the Senate. The Senate are the senators. So therefore, even if let us say the Senate President does not jive with the legislative agenda of the President, well, it is up to the senators to decide otherwise. They can move for. There are parliamentary strategies that can be done to be able to do that. No, so the important thing is that for the Philippines to have a Senate that is cooperative but not subservient and independent. That has always been my position. It should always be independent. Independent from the palace, independent from the house, independent from the